How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast. Back with some more of Doki Doki Literature Club. Alright. Still trying to drudge through this game. Try to get everything done. Okay, so if I remember correctly. Okay. Okay. Is that raiding a company with someone? So this is the Yuri plot line that we're doing. Because even though Sayori's gone, we're still trying to continue that whole scenario where we're going back and forth and talking to, these characters. And just to quickly pull something up that I had already for these playthroughs. No, found it. Okay. Alright, I see. Well, just to tell you, or just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. What was that? I couldn't read that. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, haha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead of using my right hand to hold the book open, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. By the way, something I noticed, I don't know if I talked about it before, but stuff like in the background, you guys can see the chalkboard, the paper and stuff. I could be wrong, but to me that kind of seems like almost similar to like imagery of like something glitching. You know what I mean? Like there's a piece missing out of it. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah. To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit as I try to talk. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she's finished, that she finishes the page before me, so I turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No. I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get to that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri? Are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Novakast? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri is acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah. I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably fair if I share mine with her first. Novakast, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expected me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine, right? Or mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Alright? Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing... Okay. So people even take my writing seriously. Okay, I read this part. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Okay, I've read this part. So this is kind of the same. Alright, Monica. Hey, Novakast. Having you okay? Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions, I already know about that. Keep that in mind. Okay. Anyway, share a poem. Alright. Alright, let's see. Great job. I was going oh in my mind while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just completely detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. Okay. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? Sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Alright, you sound pretty confident, okay. We read the poem. And then I've already read this. Okay, so now Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes line up. Okay. Exceptional. Yeah, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her own face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous about? Or nervous for? She takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've been writing, or you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow. That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typically of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes from practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright. Sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? Okay, I think I read this already. Alright. So I did read. So this part, that's nothing. Yours was impressive too. Okay. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. Okay, I'm gonna skip this, because this is the fight again. skip this. Kind of quickly skipping through this part. Almost there. There we go. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Okay, it's the same as before. So I kind of quickly go through this. Alright. So as before... Just like curiosity, exit. Okay, nothing. Just periodically checking to see if there's any new stuff. Okay. So now let's go back to the Sayori. Or not Sayori, but Natsuki. Okay. Huh, they don't have any words for, as far as I'm looking anyway, for Sayori, or for Natsuki. I wonder what happens if I pick up Oh, never mind. That was weird. That's a Sayori word. At least for the reference that I have. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Almost there. Okay. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting again already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Okay. Hi, Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. I glance over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri? I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I can tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know You really didn't mean it. Novakast. Don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me feel a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monaco? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki? About yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's in your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Heh. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Ha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Eh? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Huh. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Haha. Oh, that makes sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, right? At least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good at it. Or good yet. Still. That must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Yeah. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Novakast, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Okay. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp. Okay. I've read this, or... That might be a little bit of a spoiler, okay? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice book, so... if you're not a fan of that sort of thing, Novakast... No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like... Did the music stop? I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I wasn't able to read that. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Heh. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah. Oh, the fuck. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit there, right? I slip into the next seat to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Sorry. Okay. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone else. I see. Well... Or will... Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Okay. I've already read this. So why is it forcing me to do the Yuri line? Because I'm trying to check to see if it's... Sorry. Wait, what was that? Something about bathing and what? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work. I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then holding my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are suddenly touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes the... Thought I heard noise. Takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. So I do the same with my right arm and my right hand. Okay, that way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah. I turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. There's like no audio at all. Okay. You're not used to reading. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Okay. Continue reading. No longer asking me if I'm ready. Instead, I assume. Turn the page at my own volition. We continue first chapter. Turning each page. My thumb gently letting go of the page. Okay. Hey, Yuri. This might be silly, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Yep. So going forward, it just seems like it focuses on Yuri for the last part. Okay. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Okay. Breathing. Okay, so she runs away. I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, not nothing. Okay, don't worry. Alright, say so. Anyway, why don't we share a poem? Okay. Okay. And this is supposed to be the second day. So, well, I think if anything, I'm going to exit. Okay, so nothing really big happening. No emails or anything like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.